15 minutes for the minutes of the September 8th meeting, the Tuesday after Labor Day. Is there?
Seconded.
Moved and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. The motion carries. And for last month's Monday meeting of October 5th, for minutes, is there a motion to accept?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. The motion carries. Then number 221, 2015, for the general fund invoices from October 1st to October 31st.
So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. The motion carries. Is there a?
There's a no right here.
Did you? 4,008. All right. Bill, anything good? None of the bad stuff, just the good stuff.
I have to start off with some bad stuff. Of course, in my monthly report, I did mention that the salt prices have gone up this year. They've gone up $8.90 per ton, from $63.38 per ton to $72.28 per ton. We'll use roughly 4,000 tons of salt this year.
And we have leftover.
We do have leftover. We currently sit on about 1,300 tons that we purchased under last year's contract.
From last year?
Pardon?
From last
For
year.
last year, yes.
So we still have to buy.
But we'll still have to purchase salt for this year, yes.
We use an additional 4,000 or 4,000 including that 13%?
It's hard to say. We used almost 4,800 ton last year, so
One year we
depends on the
we
winter.
used
They're
that-
taking guesses right now, so.
Now, under those contracts, don't we have to buy 60% of that
Yes,
contract?
we're obligated to 4,000 ton, and it would be 60% of that, so we're in pretty good shape. Just a real quick rundown on where we're at as far as the paving season. It is rapidly closing on us. We're currently up on Coleman Road. We have some base repairs to do on Bishop Hill, Cooper Road, and also on Coleman. We just finished putting some drainage in up there. We have some base repairs over on South Point Boulevard to do in the area of the retaining wall that was installed. And we also have some work on Groovage. That, we hope, will pretty much put us out to next Friday. We intend by the end of next week to be wrapped up with our paving operations for the season. We've been very busy with that. And I have one more thing on my mind here this evening, and that is the status of the West End Bridge. I believe I sent photos over to everybody about the current condition of the bridge. And I'd like to ask everyone tonight if I could, if you would be so gracious to authorize my barricading that structure up for public safety reasons. Yes. That bridge is in very dangerous condition. We should have that thing structurally evaluated. But in the meantime, we need to block that off, keep people off of that until that can take place, or until it's determined that it's reasonable to repair or to demolish it. In my opinion, having many years of looking at structures like that, that bridge is beyond repair because of the deteriorated condition of the bridge deck and the scar that has taken place at the base of the abutments. So what I'm asking for tonight is authorization from the board to move forward and have a chain link fence erected on both sides of the structure and people from getting on
I
it.
think we've got to notify the residents over there first. I mean, it's been a walkway for the
Right.
last 15 years since it's been closed.
Right. Is there anyone here from West End?
When it was proposed to be closed to through traffic, the residents were upset at the time because they thought it was going to increase their fire response time. Because the Borough of McDonald's Fire Department services them. So McDonald Fire Department graciously did an emergency run from their station to their area. You coming down to 980 and turning right on Johns Avenue, and the time actually ended up being 30 seconds faster to come that way anyhow. So it kind of placated the residents that they were losing that access. We did leave it open so they could walk to the park and things like that. Now this is going to be a blow that they can't walk.
Well, have we considered what the cost might be?
So it has to be total replacement, it's going to be driven on. We know that was evaluated 15 years ago that cars can't drive on. I guess I'm surprised that it's not even safe for pedestrians now.
Well, could we at least have a consideration for a pedestrian? bridge?
Well, that's what I was gonna ask next, is that maybe if they're gonna lose their walkway to the borough and to, the park right there, there's an entrance to the park right there that's more convenient. It's their really only access unless they went all the way down John's and walked up, Main Street in McDonald.
There's no other freight.
Oh,
And there's, I imagine that those people go into McDonald's quite often,
Yeah.
that are shopping or whatever. Would seem to me that it's a good idea to put a fence across it for the time being while we're getting bids and deciding what we're going to do and meet with the people that live there.
Well, then what we need maybe to authorize our engineer to start the process to see what it would take to have the footbridge constructed. And then we'll just block it off and just sit on it then.
Okay.
I mean, if we're not, eventually if we don't build it, at least, I mean, we've got to at least take it through the process to see if we can.
I'm with you.
I would imagine the least expensive and the quickest way to approach this, if you're interested in keeping it as a pedestrian bridge, is to buy a prefabricated structure and then have the abutments cast in place. In my experience, it's probably the least expensive of all options you have as far as maintaining some type of access for pedestrians across that Robinson's Run right.
No.
When on this Bishop Bridge here, PennDOT, they had somebody cut off the top half of the abutment walls, and they left the footings and the half the wall intact, you know, the abutment walls and wing walls, and then they just built new ones on top. Is there a chance that the footings could support a prefab structure of a walk bridge?
We would have to address the base of the footings right now. They're badly scarred. The footings themselves, and the wing walls are separated from the abutment. So I'm not sure without, I haven't I haven't looked at any drawings for that structure. There may be some of it that we may be able to save in the center of the abutment. I know the corners where the wings are is where most of the scar has taken place. But certainly, we may be able to do something to fabricate new wings and save the center part of the abutment. Of course, your deck width wouldn't be nearly as wide as it currently is. I believe right now it's a 20-foot wide deck. And with a pedestrian bridge, it would only have to be 8-foot wide. So you may be able to save the center portion of the abutments and construct new wings on both sides.
Who could evaluate this for us?
I would suggest that we have Gateway's structural engineer take a look at that for us.
On the other side of that bridge, which goes over Robinson Run, is that McDonald or north or south face?
I believe that's Robinson Township.
Robinson, because the park starts right at the right of that, but I think Robinson line goes in real close there.
Yeah.
We can't block that off though without telling the residents. I mean, we can't have a fence put up tomorrow. We've got to notify all the residents of that area and at least tell them by in a couple of days or Monday, whatever day that you feel is critical, to give somebody notice.
Well, currently we have to get on that structure, and the railing, the wood railing that is on that structure blocks the access to some extent. Some of it's falling over. Actually needs to be removed to the new fence construction on the deck itself.
We spend that money.
You hate to spend that money, yes. Yes.
So you think anybody walked across it today or yesterday?
I wouldn't think so.
How about even one day's notice to them that it's going to be blocked off on Wednesday if we get something out to them tomorrow? I just hate to have them walk, a couple of them walk there and find out there's a fence without any notice.
Yeah, I think we should give a couple of days.
Right.
It's going to be fenced off.
Can we get pricing on what we might do and then present it to them?
But make it as a form of motion to authorize Gateway to do investigate to see what we can do to come up with a walk construction.
I'll make that motion.
All right, it's been moved. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. The motion carries.